to seek out all the underprivileged and hungry children of the world, and I'm going to give them AIDS myself.
So, Jason, word on the street has it that you went to a Subway restaurant recently. Would you like to tell me about this?
Regrettably, I did. If you don't know the lore, just a quick one. I used to work for Subway for a few years when I was a teenager into my early 20s. And I wouldn't ever choose to eat at a Subway. It's just not a thing that I go to. But when I go over to Meatball's house to stream Dark Souls, a lot of times we'll get food. And I'm driving over and I'm asking him what he wants. And he's like, oh, give me some Subway. And here's my order, whatever. I'm like, all right. Well, I mean, I could have got food somewhere else, and then brought it there. But I didn't. I'm just like, all right. So I order. Well, I open up the Subway app because, of course, I fucking have it for some reason. Even though I probably go to, like, how often do I go to Subway? Once every 3 years, maybe. But I don't know. Every app ends up on your phone anyway. So
there's really no reason to go to Subway anymore. It's expensive, and all the other sub places are better.
Exactly. It's like, it costs as much, if not more, than a public sub. And it's vastly inferior.
Vastly
inferior. And this wasn't even a situation where, like, Publix was closed either. Like, I was going over there at, like, 5 in the afternoon. So it's like, I don't know. It's not like I'm heading over at 10 at night. So, I mean, even then, like, Subway wouldn't have been an option then. It would have had to have been Wawa. But, no. So he wants Subway, so I order with my app when I'm probably like half an hour out from his place, so I can just pick it up and go there. Like, I order at the one close to him, not the one near where I am. So I try to place my order, and I try to get tuna, because I get tuna basically every time. And they're like, actually, this store doesn't have tuna right now. They're out. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Classic.
Interesting that the from my point of view, that there's a way for the store to tell the app that they're out of something, because that didn't exist when I worked there. They would just fucking order something. Well, I guess the app didn't really exist, but like, but if they ordered like remotely or whatever, and it would come through as like you just didn't have it and you were SOL. So I picked another store, like it was like 10 minutes further away. So I went like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like round trip out of my way to go to a different Subway so I could get the tuna. So, like, I place my order, drive there, get there, and it's a little gross, a little grimy, like Subways are. The new branding does not help in this regard.
I didn't know they had new branding.
Well, the new Subways are like metallic, and they look like a New York City subway station. I don't fucking know. They used to look like it was like wood paneling, and they look kind of like country-ish. They switched from that to like this fucking weird, like futuristic looking metallic look, which doesn't hide the grime. It's like harder to keep clean. So it sucks.
But if it was clean, it'd look so nice.
I suppose. Even then, I don't think it would look. I think it's a deprovement all around. So I walk in. It's a little gross. That's my first impression. And there's two like cute 20-year-old girls behind the counter, and I'm like, all right, picking up food, Jason, just expecting to be handed a bag and to leave. But and she's like, actually, we don't have tuna. Okay, all right. Okay, so she makes me a replacement sub. I get it, and then I noticed that they have a soda fountain with Pepsi products, which I've never seen at a Subway.
Okay.
Didn't know it was a thing. Didn't know it was real. Like I don't know. Never seen a Subway with like a Mountain Dew out of the fountain. That's weird to me.
That is odd.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my Subway story.
That's the story? I thought this was all going somewhere.
No, we got our food and it was all right. What do you mean?
All right. I don't know. I was like, all right. I
thought I had more to say because I don't know. I'm just thinking like, oh wait, no. I noticed one other thing that I thought was
okay. All right.
So when she's putting the meat on my sandwich, that side, that like whole half of the bar was not see-through. Normally it's plastic and you can see what they're putting on the sub. Yeah. They made it metallic for the meat side, so you can't see through it.
So you can't complain.
So you can't complain that the strict portion sizing are not enough. Like it's not enough. And they're a lot stricter on the meat than they are on the vegetables. Like the vegetables, the policy, Like there is a set portion size, but if you break them, at least in my experience, nobody cared. We didn't even like inventory vegetables when I worked there. They're like we cared about the meat and that was it. We didn't care about vegetables. So yeah, it was just so I thought that was funny. I'm like, damn, I wish that was like that when I was there.
Yeah.
I wish we had a metallic one so people couldn't fucking look at the sub and be like, can you put a few more pieces of ham on that? Like fucking.
It's more
normally
money.
I would just do it. Yeah, normally I would just do it. Actually,
that's the
I
thing. Like,
it's
not. Like, why am I fighting this battle? You know.
Yeah.
Like when I used to work at Chick-fil-A, I remember I would give people extra food all the time, but they wouldn't even ask. I just like, there's room. You know, like if you went to Chick-fil-A and I was on fries that day, for example, like your fries were going to be overflowing.
Nice.
Crammed in there.
Thank you for your service.
If you ordered a 12 nugget and like there were 12 in there, but there was room for like 3 more, you're getting a 15 nugget. You know what I mean? Like you're getting a 5 strip. Like I'm playing Tetris back there.
You're
right?
a hero.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't use this term often, but you, sir, are the greatest hero in American history.
Well, yeah, that was back when I was on screens, as we called it, because like you'd be making the sandwiches or the fries or whatever. I couldn't really do that later because I was on breading table. I eventually got to the point where I was like the guy who would actually grill the nuggets and the fillets. I would drop them in the fryers too. I would bread them. I'd fillet them. It was the hardest and kind of worst job in the store because you don't get anything extra for doing the worst job.
No.
But like for some reason, I was like, I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I was the guy who always did every dish, like every dish in the whole fucking place. I would just always do them, even though I was allergic to the soap and it made me break out. But whatever.
Yeah, no, that man, they're really not kind at those places with the soap products that they used because the same thing happened to me. I got eczema all over my hands and like there was like bubbling blisters coming up from under the skin that weren't even popped yet. It was awful. It was so bad. That doesn't happen at Subway. Well, I guess it does actually.
But sure it does. Yeah, it was related. It was a related story. Yeah. If I really didn't like you and you were hounding me for extra meat, I would charge you for extra meat.
Yeah, and you're getting charged.
What's interesting though is most people, and by most people, I mean every single other person that I worked with thought that it was either a double meat or a deluxe meat, which is like half meat extra charge. But no, you can actually charge per individual slice of ham if you know your way around the fucking menus. Yeah. It's buried under a couple things, but you can charge per slice.
Back when you were there, how much was it?
Yeah. Like, I don't
15
remember.
cents?
I have no fucking idea. It was probably
sometimes places will charge like an extra $1 for cheese, which is outrageous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could also do like individual slices of cheese. Like it was there. It was just like it was just an odd menu thing that nobody would ever needed to use or was trained to use or thought to use. But me being I guess like a technologically inclined person, I wanted to know everything that like the software could do. Yeah, and I did. Like I knew it better than anybody. I knew it better than the like the district managers and them. So I don't know.
Well, that was Jason's Subway story.
Yeah, I wish it was going to something exciting. It was just like, yeah, I went. It was a little gross. It made me remember when I worked there. There were 2 cute 20-year-old girls there. I don't know. That was really the whole story.
In the topics repository, he listed this as Jason went to Subway. This will be short, promise. And I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to hear what happened. And
no.
As far as I can tell, the story is you went to Subway and they were out of the tuna, but you got something else instead. So there you go. Shell and pedantic like and subscribe.
Just reminded me of when I was there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an end of session thing. That wasn't a come on.
Sure.
We weren't leading with this.